all happening, Muesli.
It is all happening.
We're right in the middle of Bangkok.
We're at the junction of Ceylon Road and another one, can't remember it.
And another road.
It's chaos. Everything's going on.
And there's sirens. It's busy traffic.
We're trying to get across to Lumpini Park, which is just over there. Normally you go under the subway, but we decided to be macho and chance it across the traffic.
Because we're men.
Because we're real men.
See you later, come with us. This is what we're faced with, this absolute concrete jungle. And a lot of people don't like Bangkok based on the fact they say it's dirty, busy, smelly. And I love the fact that it's dirty, busy and smelly. Because I'm dirty, busy and smelly. What about you, Muesli?
I love it. I love it. I'm nice and clean. I'm spotless.
Spotless. Oh, I'm covered in spots. Let's go. Whoa, here we go. Take your life in your hands. You got these zebra crossings and they don't mean a thing. They don't mean a thing because I ain't got that zing.
That was a bit risky. Not that really.
This is cool. Yeah, but we're just we're living on the edge, aren't we?
We are.
It's all good stuff. Look at this.
This is kind of like the park of Bangkok, Lumpini.
Yeah.
Now, it's if you do read the book, which you can get from all good Amazon stores.
Which book?
Muesli Slush.
There you go.
There's a section in it early on, chapter 3, is all about Muesli Slush coming to do Tai Chi in the park here, which I used to do early morning quite a while ago. So you can read about that. We're going to go and have a look, find somebody different.
All good. Look at this. Let's turn.
Amazing architecture, really. I think that's the new Dusit Hotel. Old Dusit Thani Hotel used to be there. Exciting place.
People call this a third world country. Oh. It's so up and coming.
Behind us. Did you just see it? Turn around and get the camera on.
That's a very fit young man.
He is. I wouldn't take him on.
Athletic. Athletic. Basically, I'm just showing you what I'm looking at because it's so impressive. Anyway, I'll turn the camera off and we'll say goodbye for now. Catch you later. So, just looking round here, there's a coffee shop and there's like a boulevard. And then you've obviously got water over there. And again, we've seen these before, haven't we, Muesli? These beautifully groomed trees and everything.
Yeah.
When was the last time you were here?
Oh, it's going back a long time. Probably, oh no, maybe only about 5 years. Yeah, about 5 years. But not for doing Tai Chi. When I was doing Tai Chi, that would be about 12, 14 years ago maybe I came in here doing that. But yeah, it's a nice place. It's like kind of sanctuary in the middle of the city. Loads of people use it for exercise, of course, people jogging around. And loads of Tai Chi over that way. I hope there's still somebody there. There's usually big groups there in the morning and they're really impressive. Little old ladies with, you know, big swords looking very scary.
The last time I was, Lumpini always brings to mind Thai boxing for me.
Yeah,
you've got the
right.
Thai boxing arena,
yeah.
which I've been to and been to the training camps.
Yeah, that used to be over that way, and there was a lovely night market as well. And
correct.
They closed that down.
Correct.
I don't know where it went.
So you've done the Tai Chi.
Yes.
I've done the Qigong.
Yes.
Then I've done the martial arts, the discipline of that.
Yeah.
Have you done any fighting systems?
No, but the guy who taught me Tai Chi taught it as a martial art, not as a relaxation. He knew all the moves, every movement in that sequence has martial attributes to it, and he taught me those. And yeah, he used to throw me around quite a bit. It was all good. Pushing hands. Pushing hands.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, that's great. Did a lot of that. And,
a lot of Wing Chun pushing hands and sticking hands and stuff like that, where they use the wooden dummies.
Very, very good stuff.
So you were his wooden dummy?
I was really, and it was 1-to-1 in a a little Masonic hall in no, not a spiritualist church in Clitheroe. And like nobody there. I mean, you know, I was lucky to get out alive, to be honest.
My best instructor, Eddie Jackson, I mean, I used to pay for him basically to beat me up every night,
Yeah,
you know.
He was kind of like that.
You know, that's before things were risk assessed. Yeah, it's good old days, good old days. I'll just turn the camera around.
Just have a look across.
Looking out there, look at this. We're walking through this now.
Now, if we're lucky, we might see some big monitor lizards. They live in the and they stroll around like they own the place, which they do.
Well, you wouldn't argue with one,
No.
would you?
But they go. I love them. Thai people don't like them. They think they're very dirty creatures and they don't go anywhere near them. But I think they're lovely. They're like very handsome, noble beasts in dressed
like
in
me.
pyjamas. Just like you.
I'm
yeah,
a handsome, noble beast.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, but you've
In
got
my own mind.
pyjamas on.
Catch you later.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Good as Muesli's word. Here is the Tai Chi. I don't want to get too close and impose, but so I can zoom in here.
The teacher here we used to be called Ajahn Yao. Absolutely amazing guy. He was just wonderful. He was going through the motion, and he was like a robot, really. And I hope it's him. I hope he's still here.
See, they're moving energy,
Yeah.
and they're working with internal energy and stillness and posture and balance.
Beautiful, isn't it? It really is.
It's something special, particularly in this setting. I mean, you know, you couldn't. Beautiful. So look at this fella just found in the water here. I'll see if I can get round here and just spotted him.
It's two.
Now, how's that? One in the water there. I mean, it's like Jurassic Park. And one there. How good is that? Find more of these, I think. This is Muesli now talking to the instructor, showing him a video that he took a long time ago of this guy when he was younger, and he wanted to just approach his past instructor. Look at this lady on the right hand side of this group, just in her own space, in her own energy. That is so controlled and beautiful. And if you don't get that right, it looks so clumsy, and this lady's getting it right. Amazing. When Muesli comes back, I'll find out what they've been talking about. Just a pleasure to be here, really. I think he's found somebody in the group that's got good English, and actually Muesli's got very good Thai. Far better than me. But he's lived in Bangkok for a long time in the past. So what did the lady say?
My old teacher, he only left about an hour ago, so he's still teaching Ajahn Yao. So I'm thinking should come back here and you know, try and join again and wake up the sleeping Tai Chi spirit. Lovely. So I've just connected to some other mutual friends. and really happy to see me, and they're still here. And one of the old guys, I think he still remember me. So that's just lovely.
Did you show him the video on your device? Yeah.
Yes, I have. Yeah. In fact, I'll try and edit that video into this so you can see it.
Fantastic. See, I've got to film this because they're doing alignment here. This person now is actually doing acupressure on the top of the spine line, supporting the head as he pushes on the spine line. So that could be increased mobility and flexibility, or it could be that he's clearing meridian channels up the spine, kundalini. It will be all of that, really. Interestingly enough, and I've come a respectful distance to film this because I don't want to intrude, but this is pushing hands and sticking hands, where you connect to the person, and the guy in the white presumably is the sensei instructor Sifu, and he's teaching the student how to redirect the attempt to grab him, close quarter fighting techniques. So he's using circular motions, which is called parkwai. Now that little jump back there is actually is play acting there, but the reality of it is if you discharge the energy, that's what you get. You get the push, you get the explosion of energy. So you go for circular motion, build up the energy, then you get an energy discharge with yin hands. That's the push there, and that's very literally disarming.
Yeah.
It's just wonderful to watch this, because I mean, I trained in this and I taught this, and you don't often see it because there's no sporting application of this. You can't compete doing this. It doesn't look good in the ring, but it's totally practical, and actually it's a gentle way of powerfully stopping the fighting.
Hello everybody, it's really nice to be back here. It's a long time since I was here. That was really nice to talk to the Tai Chi people and know that my old tutor Hajani, how he's still around and he's still teaching, and we only just missed him. But what a lovely place this is. You know, people relaxing in the park. There's you can hear classical music playing from people's players who are taking relaxation time. There's another group over here behind us. They're probably Tai Chi people or Aikido or something like that. And we're right in the centre of the city, the metropolis. You know, you can just see it there. It's a gorgeous place, and there's a monitor lizard down there. Just look at that.
So everywhere you look, there's these trees to die for, with these exposed roots. And this is just nature expressing itself in such a beautiful, powerful way. And the roots extend. I know for a fact that this tree will be talking to all the other trees on the same area, and beyond the area there's a microfiber of roots, a system that connects all the trees on the same land mass. That's a massive statement, that, saying that there's communication between all trees on the same landmass. So in Thailand, until you cross the water, it goes onto the seabed. All the trees on that landmass talk to each other, and you get like a mother tree and a father tree, and they nurture and communicate, and we know this. Look at this tree here. Now, I'm actually a self-confessed tree hugger. That if I went and wrapped my arms around this tree I would be aligning my conceptor channel, the front of my body, with the tree. Front of my body conceptor is the female energy system within the duality of energy within me. And if I was to put my spine line up against the tree, in other words, if I was to put my back towards the tree, that's my governor channel, and that's my male energy line. And if I just went into the stillness and was receptive to what the tree has got to communicate to me, never mind what it's communicating to everybody else, I would get that wisdom. And these trees have been here for decades, if not centuries, so they'd have a real story to tell.
You know, when we come out doing these talks, we don't know what we're going to be saying. We just come out, switch the cameras on and see what happens. We've not got any preconceived ideas, no scripts. We just make it up as we go along. And it's so nice to have everybody here with us, you know, watching. We really love the fact that anybody's interested in what we're doing. I mean, I'm sure you're all doing very interesting things. But we're in a, you know, we're in a place that not many people get to, in the middle of Bangkok. And we've got the luxury of time and place to come and do this and talk and share the things that we're seeing. And we're both very, very grateful that you're giving us support and the subscribers, and I mean that's really means a lot. We'd love to go live today, but we can't do it because you need 24. We've got 50 subscribers, thank you so much, but we haven't. We need 24 hours before they'll allow us to go live. So today it's recorded, and we'll come back another day and do a live. Thank you very much.
It's not by mistake or just convenience or just superficial beauty that the Tai Chi students and practitioners are exercising next to water, because water is energy, flow of energy, and water has a memory, so you can really tune in to ancient wisdom and the memory of this space, place. Water is sacred, as are these trees, and so when you move energy or are receptive to energy, practicing meditation, mindfulness, Tai Chi, or any esoteric art, you're really going to be super blessed doing it in a location like this. So there is a physical beauty, but there's also an emotional connection, a mental connection, and a very powerful spiritual connection. Looking down the path, and look at this fella. Now this is about 5 foot long, out in the open. Don't want to scare him. Don't want to be scared either. Wild animals these, and they would probably protect themselves, or I bet this fella can shift. So tell me, Muesli, what you said before, that these live in the trees, yeah?
Yeah, they do live in the trees. There's, you'll find if you look up in the trees, if there's a hole in the tree where a branch has come out, sometimes they're in there, but they do fill those spaces with concrete to kind of keep people out. I mean, if you can't keep these animals out, why would you want to? To me, they're absolutely gorgeous, and this is their home, and why shouldn't they live here? You know?
It might possibly to protect the trees, is it, on some level as well?
Yes, it could be.
Tree preservation.
Sure, yes, I'm sure it is. Yeah, we'll probably find that somewhere. I'll point it out if we think that one. But I love them personally. Quiet. It's the pace. They're so slow and lumbering, but they're peaceful, really peaceful creatures.
Not the sort of thing that you see in the UK, is it? Unless you go to a zoo or a reptile house.
To me, they go really well with the Tai Chi. People doing the Tai walk between us when we were doing the Tai Chi, and it's the same, you know, slow, steady, controlled movements, and lovely, really lovely.
A lot of power in that animal, though, you can see.
Yeah, yeah.
So this fella is here, and we just took about 4 steps, and on the other bank, and look at these fellas, 3 of them. Yeah, those have got to be 7 foot in length, haven't they?
I think so. I once saw one catch a turtle in the lake. There's turtles in here. Yeah, I saw it come out of the water with a turtle in its mouth. And you know, I mean, it's not a nice thing to see, but it's nature going on. And it kind of flipped it up and it cracked it open like a pork pie. It was something else, something to see.
Funnily enough, I've got a pump house at the side of my pool, and the other morning, the cockeye lizards, which are beautiful in their own right, there was this screaming going on.
Right.
And it was a cockeye lizard that was being ate by a green tree snake.
All right.
And again, it's quite violent, really, but it's nature, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is.
It is nature, and you've got to let nature be.
Yeah, you have. Beautiful little bird, very, very slowly picking its way. Behind it, I don't know if you can see there, there's another monitor and another one, and they're all keeping cool in this fountain area. Zoom out. What a wonderful view. Lumpini Park, Bangkok. One of my favourite places.
It would be very easy to miss that, but look at this little beauty. I don't think he's that little. I think most of his body is underneath the water. He's gone. I wonder if there he is. There he is. I think he's trying to get out. I don't know what he's trying to do. Just amazing to be this close to nature, and people are here.
It's kind of difficult to keep coming up with these superlatives about what it's like living in Thailand, because it is a wonderful place. Now, the risk of being boring, I'm going to say it again. What an amazing place to live. I'm pretty good at boring. I do that very well. In fact, I'm not even insured to be boring, and I don't care.
So we've just stopped really to sit down and decide what we're going to do for lunch, haven't we? One of the things that I do is I ask myself constantly, why am I here?
What, in this park?
Well, yes, yeah. What am I here to learn? Why am I? What's the purpose of this beyond just the fact that it's beautiful and we've had a good chat? And what can I get from being here? What's the lesson that I can go to another level of living? Really?
Yeah.
What do you get out of being here?
Well, yeah, finding meaning in life. The what we're in, it kind of doesn't. This is just my belief that there's no kind of inherent meaning in it. Like a tree is a tree, a lake is a lake, and that's enough. But the kind of beyond that, the thing that I've probably come to find is that the meaning is, it's not in the why, it's in the communicating about those things. So the meaning is the fact that we're sharing this to you. We're here experiencing it. We're in the here and now in the park in Bangkok, and there's no real meaning to that. The meaning is that we're sharing it with you, and that gives it meaning because we're giving it value, and the fact that you're watching it, you're giving it value. You could have switched off a few minutes ago, you could have got bored, but you're not. You're stuck with us, and that sharing, the communication, and the communication between me and Michael is the important bit about this. And we don't know what we're going to say. You know, we come in here, we haven't planned anything, we haven't scripted it. He's just asked me a question. I don't know what he was going to say. It could have been anything. Could have been insulting me. Who knows? You know, but it's wonderful. No, you wouldn't do that. But you know, it's this is why we're here. This is why we're doing this, because we want to communicate, and that's the meaning. That's all it is. You know, a tree's a tree. Don't worry about it. A mountain's a mountain, and Michael's Michael.
I agree with all of that. That nothing has meaning. That we give it meaning. That we have. This is a word, a sentence to try and say a meaning-making mind.
Yes, I think so.
Can you say that?
Yeah.
Meaning-making mind.
Yeah, meaning-making mind.
Yeah, we have a meaning-making mind.
Yeah,
So it, like I say, anything that you're looking at can have deep meaning, and it can be totally superficial as well. Because there's nothing real, in my opinion, and we give it meaning, and I think
there's no need to worry about it.
No need to worry.
No need to look for it. You know, I spent a long time, years looking for the meaning.
Don't complicate anything.
No, it's simple. Don't think too much.
Don't complicate
you know,
it.
It's beautiful. You know, share it. It's wonderful.
Yeah. And the thing is, are the meanings, the labels and definitions that you use, are they helping you? Do they work for you, or do they work against you? A lot of
I
people.
think they work against you. You know, we look at those lizards. We've just been looking at the lizards, and we call, okay, there's a monitor lizard. Now, the fact that you've called it a monitor lizard, you know, it doesn't add anything to it. In fact, it does limit it, because you then jump into assumptions of what is a monitor lizard, what do they normally do, you know. But we don't know anything about that creature. We've not got that creature's worldview, and to label it, even, you know, I've always had difficulty naming pets, for example, because, you know, you give them a name and
you put it in a box, then, don't you?
Put it in a box, yeah, you're limiting them.
Box.
So it's good to kind of get away from that idea that names are not that important. It's not always important to, you know, oh, that's a jackdaw, that's a kingfisher, whatever. You know what I mean? We all do it, and that's okay. But you know, it's that's not what it is. It's that's just a word. That's a word that describes that animal. And
I talk about that when I've got clients who come to me with conditions.
Yes.
I've got depression.
Yes, exactly.
No, you haven't. You've just got a feeling.
Yeah.
You know, I've got lupus, I've got a cold, and then you become the cold because people have told you what happens when you have a cold.
That's right. You define yourself.
You define
by
it,
an illness,
and then you become it.
Yeah, that's right. You don't need to do that.
Don't become it.
Yeah. Good stuff.
We're done. Richard's just gone over there to film, and you'll see it. He's filming this turbine, this water filtration, water circulation machine. And we just had a conversation about meanings. And I completely agree with what he said, but I also would add, from my own theology, philosophy, psychology, that I think meanings can be important, as I say, whether they work for you or work against you. And I'm intending to say a lot more about it, really. So you will find that there's a lot of agreement in Richard Muesli's mindset and way of perceiving things to mine, but there will also be, and rightly so, differences, and I'm hoping that Muesli can express his as I'll express mine, and what we're going to do is almost like interview each other so that you get a sense of Muesli's take on life and his stories which have created that take, and mine. And I think that's going to be something that's quite interesting. I've got to thank you guys for we appealed for subscribers, and we needed 50 to do lives, and we got the 50 in one day. So we're very young as a channel. I mean, we've had it for 21 days. At the beginning of this month we started, and we're getting such great support. So hand on heart, thank you guys. And I think the lives will enable us to be able to communicate with you, and we never say that we're right. And as I say, we're going to interview each other so that you get a sense of where I'm coming from, where Muesli's coming from. And we're looking for things that unite us. We're looking for things that give us a consensus, things that we agree about, and the things that we think differently. We don't disagree. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion and their own point of view. In the oneness, express your uniqueness and find power in that individuality.
You see these all around the park in the lake, oxygenating the water, and the water smells very clean. We're moving around, children's play area over there. We're looking for a cafe actually. We're hungry.
So here we are in sunny Thailand, and it's just decided to rain.
Fonjatok. Yeah, it's going to come down. It's probably going to come down heavy.
We are actually now at the beginning of rainy season, aren't we?
Yes.
Having just had Songkran, which is Thai New Year and the water festival and all that sort of stuff, now it becomes hot and humid and wet, doesn't it?
Yeah, I love it. I'm out dancing in it. I absolutely love it.
I think it's good as well. I'm not out dancing in it, but
I do. I've done it on many occasions. I just love it. I'm from Lancashire, of course, where it rains every day, and we've all got web feet.
Yeah.
So
well,
I
I'm
love
from Rainy
it.
City, really, Manchester.
Yes, you're not far
Rainy
away.
Rainy City. Yeah.
So I'm happy, quite happy. It's rainy season. Bring it on.
Bring it on.
We're at the junction of Ceylon Road and Rama 4, I think, and this is the entrance down into the subway MRT. It'll go right underneath that junction and bring us out on Ceylon Road, and we're going to go and try and find some food. So here's just a little experience of going down into the Bangkok subway system.
From memory, we were in a similar situation not 3 weeks ago, going down one of these when the earthquake happened.
Exactly.
It was exactly.
Yeah,
This
just like
is a
this.
replay.
We just stopped. We just stepped onto the first step of the escalator, and it was all going like this. For me, I thought I was having a stroke. I really did. I didn't know it was an earthquake. You couldn't. There was nothing else. There was nothing here swinging about or moving, and there was
There
no
was some aftershocks as well, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was. But I thought it was me. I thought it was. I was ill, and that was just horrible.
And I'll just add, if you just look round, no graffiti, no litter,
Yes.
everything just beautiful.
So this is the station, and we're not going on the train just now. We're just using it as a subway. So we take this little back road, so we don't have to pay. But later we'll be coming on and going home on this MRT.
You just said, haven't you? I mean, you're a Yorkshireman.
Lancashire,
Oh,
please.
Lancashire.
Yes, thank you.
Apologies. And ditto.
Yes, we're both from the similar area, aren't we?
Just walking around here and having these experiences, I have to pinch myself and think, am I dreaming this? Because it's like living in a movie set, or it's surreal, isn't it?
It's like being in Blade Runner or something.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
The alternative would be, for me, not a very good life really back in UK, to be honest. Nothing is wrong. I mean, I love UK, of course, but I couldn't live like this back in my hometown by any means. So
This
very,
is why
very
we
lucky.
wanted to share this with people.
Yeah, exactly. Howdy, crab. Just emerged on the other side, and it's peeing down. Lovely. We're going to try and find somewhere to eat. I think there's possibly that place there might be, but I do know actually a place round the back of here, which is an old Thai wooden house selling cow pat and things. So maybe we'll go and try and find that.
These tuk-tuks to me.
Yeah, the tuk-tuks.
are just amazing. They are converted motorbikes, but now there's some purpose-built ones, and they've customised them as well.
Yeah.
And they can shift.
They can, and they race them really.
They do
if you
race
get in the back of one, and you know, they come across a friend, they'll be racing you down the road, and because they're three-wheelers.
The
And
trikes.
yeah, they are. And if you're going round a corner, you've got to kind of ride sidecar style and move your weight, or they might go over. A lot of fun.
Look at these taxis here now. I mean, you could jump in a taxi here, and literally I could go from here, Bangkok. In fact, I am going to do this tomorrow morning. I get my taxi from my hotel and go all the way to Hua Hin, which is about 120 miles.
Yeah, something like that.
About 4 hours, and it's going to cost me 1,800 baht, which is what, £35-ish. Some nights when I go out into Llandudno with my son and my daughter, it can cost me £30 to go 10 minutes down the road to Colvin Bay. And here you can go halfway across Thailand for the same sort of money. I understand market forces are different, but really speaking, it's not that different that there's that difference in price. It's so easy to get around in Thailand in so many ways. I mean, look at the Sky Train. You've got the Sky Train, you've got motorbike taxis, you've got tuk-tuks.
The motorbike taxis are fantastic. A lot of people are kind of scared of them, but they're really great. They're expert drivers, and when the traffic's jammed, which it usually is, you know, it's just the only way to get anywhere. The taxis just sit there, and the bikes are great. So I would encourage you, if you're coming to, there they go, I would encourage you, if you're coming to Bangkok, try the motorbikes, because they are a lot of fun. You feel great riding them.
And a lot of the girls who work in offices with skirts on, they ride them side saddle.
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
Side
yeah,
saddle.
Yeah, I've seen them in evening dresses and sandals and doing their hair, doing the makeup on Facebook, and they're on the back of a bike.
Yeah, side saddle. I mean, you just can't help but laugh and smile.
It's great.
It is great. So I'm massively into philosophy and theology, and this is all about nail-osophy. Nail-osophy. Philosophy.
Here we are. It's still here. It's been trimmed up as a bistro, but it looks quite nice. Let's go and have a look. What have they got? What have they got, Michael?
Got everything. Let's get it. It doesn't matter what it is.
I'm quite happy. I've just found a vegetarian section. Pad Thai J. That'll do for me. What are you having, Michael?
I'm going to have the green curry.
Green
with,
curry.
Rice.
Very nice.
And I'm going to have a mango smoothie.
Lovely.
Because I'm a smoothie.